Take a look at these little faces. They're outraged that I have left the house. I'm standing here on the front stoop, but they are so cute. I just had to share. All right, moving right along. We are headed out to a flea market in Wallingford, and I don't want to get there too late in the morning in case the good stuff is gone. So the last time I went to this particular flea market, my son Zach was young enough to want to buy all of the Matchbox and Hot Wheels cars he could find there. And now he's finishing up his senior year in college, which is to say, it's been some time. So I'm interested to see if they have anything interesting. I figured it was worth the trip. I was curious about it. I happen to have some time today. So let's check it out. I just parked my car, and right over this bridge is where all of the sellers are. This is called Redwood Country Flea Market, and it's already so hot. I'm wondering if some vendors will just stay away today. We'll see. I'm sorry, I really just couldn't take any footage. It was just people were too close by. It would have been really awkward. I felt the seller sort of watching me, thinking maybe she'll buy something or whatever, but there was just not a way to do it without creating a scene or something. But anyway, I would say I would not feel inclined to go back, but I did pick up a couple of interesting things that I'll show you later. So I'm happy with my finds. And now I'm going to Cindy's Unique Shop in Wallingford. This place has been on my list for the longest time. So I was about, around 5 miles-ish, no more than five miles away. So I figured let's check it out. So let's go in. This bowl. It's got such great colors. This was made in Limoges and it's $15.99. I just want to give you a shot of this main showroom and all the fabulous things inside. I like this little bowl very much. The flower details are so beautiful on this. And this was made in Austria, $12.50 for this beautiful little bowl. And this plate is really interesting as well. Look at all of the detail on this. It's got great colors in it. And this was made in Germany, and it's only $5.50. This is really beautiful. It's Lenox, $58.90. It's really gorgeous. And here we have lots of Lenox popped in between some clear glass and colored glass. This is a beautiful vase. I spotted this lamp from all the way across the store. The flowers on this are gorgeous, great colors. I'm looking for the tag, and it is $41.99 for this. Here's a nice Longaberger basket. It looks like it's in excellent condition, and it is $34.50. I'm completely obsessed with this beautiful Lenox bowl with the open lace detail and the basket weave pattern. $31.99 for this. Still has its sticker on. What a beautiful grouping of Portmeirion. I don't often see so many pieces together in the wild, and I love it when I do. It's an interesting covered jar back there. And lots of smaller pieces. But I'm eyeing up this salt and pepper shaker set. I don't have one. This is made in England. Very nice. Loving this croc owl. What a great look. These are such pretty little Limoges dishes, and I would probably buy them if they were all grouped together for one price, but they're separate. This one's $14.50. I think it said 50. This one's $6, and I think the other little one is $6. Yep. Here's a collection of very pretty teapots and teacups and saucers. This store is so organized and beautifully laid out. It really is a great place. And this cabinet is full of old textiles and lace, and tablecloths, and other great things. Nice toll tray back here. I like the round ones. It's a very pretty one. It looks like it's in great condition. And I also like this long, I don't know, is this like a little serving dish? Is it a small platter? I'm not sure what we would call this. It looks like Limoges, but this was made in Austria. Here's a collection of some very pretty Delft pieces. Again, I love the way this store is organized. This back room has all clothing and shoes and bags, and everything seems to be in outstanding condition, which is really nice. Here's a look at some of the bags. And back here too, there's like some gourmet and specialty food items, which are very tempting. I like this Dooney and Burke bag very much. Wouldn't that be nice in the fall? It's got a great autumnal color on it, and I like the leather details. I love a drawstring bag. This one is $61.50. So I'm at Cindy's, as I told you before, and I'm so excited because not only have I met Cindy, who I'm going to introduce you to, but I also met a viewer of this channel, Barbara. So let's do some introductions. Here's Cindy, the owner of this amazing store that you have to come to right now. Cindy, can you tell us a little bit about your store?
Absolutely. Thank you for stopping, and thank you for giving me the opportunity to be on with you.
My pleasure.
Yeah, the store is full of home decor, consignment. We do have a Facebook page, we do Instagram, and we do TikTok. The majority of our store, like I said, is home decor, consignment. We also do clothing. We also have a men's corner where we do tools, we do clothing for the guys, sports, bats, golf clubs, all kinds of stuff. And then in the way in the back of the store, we have a little corner called Allie's Rustic Corner, which is our country store, and that is filled with wonderful treats, whether it be sauces or dips or cheeses or candy or crackers or cookies, all kinds of stuff.
That's so awesome.
And we're always taking stuff in every day.
Cool.
Yeah.
And Barbara, you've been here before.
Barb.
What would you recommend to our viewers in terms of this store?
Just stop in often. The merchandise changes all the time, and they have great prices. And it's a nice place to browse and hang out.
Thanks, Barb. This is awesome.
And you know what, Barbara, too, I just want to mention, really raises a key point, which I've said before on this channel, which is you really want to come to stores where the inventory changes, right? We're not going to museums, we're going to stores. So it's nice to see things mixed up and refreshed. And for that reason, and on that recommendation, I will definitely be back. Okay, next stop coming up. And here we are at the Habitat Restore. Let's see what they have. I haven't been here in quite a while. Oh, they have beautiful Lenox dishes. I think these are called the Charleston pattern. I have these on my store. And this set is $40. I would probably snag these if I didn't already have so many china sets on my store right now. But look at the beautiful pattern and the gorgeous colors on this. Devon Sprays, Johnson Brothers. They really are beautiful. This is a pretty set as well. Let's see who makes these. These are made by Edwin Knowles. Oh, Edwin Knowles makes some very pretty sets. I love the flowers on these. Lots of pieces here. These plates are really pretty, especially this little one. To no one's surprise, this is a Theodore Haviland Limoges, France piece. It's beautiful. $6 for this little plate. just put it back. This looks like maybe a colorized photograph. It has a great look, especially the purple flowers. $8 for this framed piece. I'm a little bit in love with this brass, I don't know if you'd call this a coat rack or what it is, for $24. I think this could really come in handy at my house. This is a fabulous sofa in the Empire or Empire style. I'm not fancy enough to say Empire, so we'll say Empire. They want $140 for this gorgeous sofa. Oh my gosh. It's in really nice shape. There are some condition issues to the veneer, but nothing that can't be addressed in my opinion. And this is a really sweet framed print. I love these flowers in a pot. I would probably change out the frame, but for $18, I don't think you can go wrong. And this is a very sweet Victorian chair. I'm not a fan of the upholstery, but the rest of the chair is really kind of pretty. $8, has some condition issues, but fun project. And this is so pretty, this little china cabinet. It's missing the glass out of the front door, and it definitely needs some love. They only want $25 for it. Oh my gosh, look at the details in the corner. This could be an amazing piece for someone who has some time and elbow grease to put into it. This is also a great cabinet. I really like the pulls. It's got a really fun look. It almost has a sort of arts and craftsy look, but this would be wonderful storage. And they only want $60 for it. And here's another piece they only want $60 for. This is a little bureau. Again, needs a little love, but has great pulls, lots of fun details, and once restored could be an amazing piece. So this is a little $90 marble top table in what I would consider to be a French style. There's some damage there on the bottom, but it has a great look. So any of those like DIY folks who aren't afraid of a project should come here. And this little tea cart for $50 could be amazing. There's quite a lot of damage on the top, as you can see, no question about it. But this could be a lovely piece. And for $90, we have a buffet. Let's get a better look. This is a really big piece. I love the metalwork on this. Oh my gosh, you could store at least a full set of china and probably a great deal more in a piece like this. Gosh, could I use this in my own dining room if I had the room for it? Really nice. This little accent table is $38 and it looks a lot like a Hitchcock table. I didn't turn it over to see if there was a label, but it's definitely in a Hitchcock style and is really, really pretty. Here's another piece for $42. This is a desk. It definitely has more of a modern edge to it, so it wouldn't fit into my house, but nice piece, great price. And this is a really pretty dresser next to it with the mirror, as you can see, with the serpentine edge. $58 for this cute little dresser. And this side table is $210, which I feel is high, but it has a great look and has those drop sides, which I really like. I'm adoring this little Bunnykins set. They have the cups, the bowls, the plates, and there's 3 different patterns here. They're very pretty. For $12, I think there might be some room on these. I'll have to do a little bit more research, I think. I would so love to pick up these cool rattan cups in the original holder, at least it looks like the original holder, and a matching ice bucket. But the comps don't bear out. I just can't do it, but they're great. And this is bringing me back. I used to love the Bombay company. They used to make great and relatively affordable things. So it's fun to see some pieces here. And this plate is very pretty with reticulated edge and the classic white and blue color scheme, but there's a chip on the edge. And I can't read this back stamp. Maybe you can. But with the chip, and you can see even there's some cracks in the back, I'm not gonna pop on this. I also wanted to show you this beautiful plate for only $1. It has this great floral pattern and a really pretty edge. Tons of crazing that is almost like some cracks. This is calyx ware made by Adams, and I find Adams pieces often have these very intense crazing marks on them. These plates are so beautiful. $20 for this set, so no resale value for me, but these were made in Limoges. They're really beautiful. If they were about half the price, I would definitely pick them up. And here's another really pretty plate, $14 for this little stack. And I can't really read that back stamp, but they are very pretty. And this little covered creamer is so sweet. This was made in Prussia, so this is probably an old guy with great floral pattern and a very pretty teacup with the birds. This was Andrea by Sadek, which I run into a fair bit thrifting. Okay, our last stop is Goodwill. Let's check it out. This Dooney and Burke bag is really pretty, but for $49.99, I am not making a move. And these Coach bags are from the outlet stores, so no. This chicken's really cute. It's like a kind of wood or resin, $4.99 for that little piece. And these are really interesting. This is a Noritake set. It's very attractive, $1.99, but the set is all priced separately, so I am not sure that it will be affordable for a reseller. I also really like this set for $4.99, this oval bowl with the platter underneath. And this is Harker ware. Really interesting teal color on this. Here's some more of that Noritake. They want $4.99 for this stack. Priced separately as it is. The numbers just don't work, and I did run some quick comps. The sell-through rate on this set is very poor. These are cute cups and saucers. You know I love a classic blue and white. These were made by Churchill, $2.99 per set. I have enough cups and saucers right now though. And again, with the Noritake set, this piece is $7.99. So I paid $7.99 for a full set before. Again, priced individually, the numbers are not really adding up for me. Doesn't mean it isn't fun to look at. And of course, if I were just buying it for myself, I would find the price to be perfectly acceptable. This is pretty. So this is a $9.99 covered dish, or covered bowl, I should say, with handles. I cannot quite read that back stamp. It seems German. And this is really beautiful. And this looks truly antique. $7.99 for this tureen with an underplate. It's filthy dirty. It has a lot of chips, unfortunately. So this is a no for me. It was made in Austria, and I'm sure it was absolutely fabulous in its day. So I'm checking out this set of 4 chairs. These are Hale chairs, and Hale chairs are very collectible, but these chairs are not in great shape. I don't really like the finish on them. They are, I think, $5.99 per chair, but look at, there's a lot of wear, a a lot of damage. I don't like the finish. I don't love the shape. So even though these have some potential for somebody, I think I'm gonna leave them behind. And here's another Dooney and Burke bag that for $49.99, I am gonna leave behind. No, thank you. All right, we have shopped hard and now we are getting a treat. An iced coffee for Dunkin' Donuts is not Starbucks, but still delicious, especially on a hot day. So, cheers. I am so excited to share with you what I picked up during my full day of thrifting in Wallingford. I got so many great things. So first things first, I went to the flea market, and that was kind of a mixed bag. Not a ton of stuff, but I did find a couple of things I really liked, including, okay, this is my favorite thing that I picked up. This beautiful green teapot. This is so beautiful. This was made by Hall. I haven't researched this yet, but my feeling is that this is probably from the 1930s. If I can find out more about it, I will put information in the description box below. But I thought this had a wonderful look. It's in really nice condition. It had a price tag of $10 on it, and I was able to get it for only $5, which I thought was a pretty good deal. So this is gonna go up on my eBay store. Then, similarly, I picked up this really beautiful teapot. As you can see, it's white with the beautiful blue flowers and some gorgeous gold details. I love the handle. Can you see how pretty that is? It's so nice. And this was made by Wood & Sons, England. So there is the back stamp. This was priced at $6 and I got this for $5. So another good find in my opinion. And then, oh, I was looking at this very pretty plate. There's $10 listed on this plate. And the woman was really wanting to sell it to me, and I was really not wanting to insult her. There was no way I was going to pay $10 for it. I think, she was like, what, how much will you buy it for? And I was like, I don't want to, I don't want to insult you, but I would maybe buy it for $4. And she's like, well, I don't know if I can sell it for $4. I'm like, no, that's fine. That's fine. I wasn't really looking to pick it up. And then she's like, fine, $4. So I bought it for $4. I do think it's very lovely. I love the black background and the floral designs. The gold rim is pretty. And this is a little Noritake plate. Just so pretty. I don't know if you're getting a full sense. As always, I'm sitting here fighting with the glare from my bay window. It's a beautiful window. It's a beautiful view, but the sun through this window can be a little intense. And I would sit somewhere else and film these videos, but I have similar sun problems pretty much throughout the entire house. So I do my best. But anyway, very pretty plate. The last thing I picked up at this flea market was this awesome book on depression glass. So this is a really nice resource book. I paid $1 for it. It has wonderful pictures and things, so that when I find depression glass out in the wild, I'll know what I'm looking at. And that's always really helpful. I find that I can go online and I can look up things, and I don't always get super exact information, or I don't feel really confident in my information. For instance, when I go on eBay and I look up kind of the history of a piece, like the selling history, sometimes people just kind of copy previous listings, and those original listings weren't correct. And so then you're just copying incorrect listings. I've definitely done that, and I feel bad about that. I mean, sometimes you just can't really find out more. And that's where these reference books can come in handy to try to get really exact and specific and accurate in listings, which is certainly always my goal. So great little book, and happy to pick this up. Oh, by the way, if you're wondering about all of the clutter behind me, I'm working on an online estate sale and I'm kind of taking my time about it because it's a lot of work. And when I've done it before, I've like kind of overdone it and like my back hurts and my knee hurts. And I just thought this time, let's take our time. Let's take a good like full 2 weeks, just gradually post things. And when I'm ready to launch it, I'll do that. And I promise to give you a heads up in case there's anything you might want to pick up on the online estate sale. There will not be shipping on this one. Every time we agree to do shipping, some kind of disaster befalls us, and I want to be disaster free, but I will definitely give you the heads up in case you're close enough to take a drive. There will be some fun things on this sale, so stay tuned for that. Anyway, my next stop was Cindy's Unique Shop, and you saw some footage from that store. That was a beautiful store. Oh my gosh, I couldn't recommend it enough. You should definitely stop by there if you're a collector of home decor in any fashion. And Cindy was lovely. The store was beautiful. The prices were very fair. And I picked up something for myself. I picked up these beautiful Port Marion salt and pepper shakers. I don't think you can see the back stamp too well. I think it's coming up blurry, but these were made in England. They're so pretty. I collect Port Marion. I have for many years, and I absolutely love these. I don't have Port Marion salt and pepper shakers, so these will be a very welcome addition to my collection. There were a few other Port Marion pieces as well, but nothing that I thought I would really get a lot of use out of, like those salt and pepper shakers. At some point, I will probably pick up a covered butter dish. I saw one at Munger's Market and I was very tempted, but I have a butter dish that I like a lot now that isn't Port Marion, so I don't know. I haven't quite popped on that yet. We'll see what happens. After Cindy's, oh my gosh, I was so very close to, what's it called? Habitat for Humanity Restore. So actually there's a tip for you. If you do go to Cindy's, if you want to do like a thrifting day, you might want to do what I did. It worked out beautifully. So I went to the Wallingford Flea Market. You may or may not want to do that portion of things, but then I went to Cindy's. I went to the Habitat for Humanity Restore, which was like, I think maybe two miles tops. I don't even know if it was that far. It was very close. It was on the same street. Went there, and then I went to the Goodwill in Wallingford, which is a very nice Goodwill. So there's like a little thrifting day for you right there. But anyway, so I went to Habitat for Humanity and I found a handful of interesting things. So I found this really cool, so what is this called? This is called, I don't know, it's like a butter keep or something. This one was made in France. So here it is. Here's the lid. It was $5. And when you open it, it almost looks like a little cup. And I think the point of this is that it keeps the butter cold. But I thought this was so pretty. You know I love pieces made in France. And so I just had to pick this cute little guy up. And I'm pretty sure that will end up on my store. We'll see. And then, oh my gosh, I thought this was adorable. I picked up, it was a set of 3 of these adorable... Okay, let's try that again. I picked up this adorable set of 3 little bunny cups with the bowl and the little plate. They are adorable and they all have different little bunny scenes on them. So cute. It's called Bunnykins. I think this might be made by Royal Dalton. I'm not sure. They were definitely made in England. I will find out and put the information in the description box below. But they are so cute. Look at the little bunnies around the rim. I'm a sucker for bunnies. So anyway, that was such a cute set. So the 3 plates, 3 bowls, 3 cups came to a total of $12. So not the deal of a lifetime, but I thought there was enough room there that I could resell them and make a little profit. So I picked those up. And then the last thing I got at Habitat for Humanity Restore, why is it hard for me to say that? I stumble over it every time. I found this old brass little rack with hangers on it. See if they go like this. They kind of fold in and out. It's really cool. It's got a great patina on it. As you can see, you hang it from the wall. And this was $24, so I'm keeping this. This is for me. And Eric and I are actually thinking about putting our new copper pots above the fireplace mantle, right across from the stove, on the wall, on this rack. That's like a lot of stuff to say, but the size of the hooks seem to be just right to make that work. So we're going to experiment with that a little bit more. And when we get a little bit of time for that project, we are super full up right now, we will show you how that comes out. But even if we don't use it there, I was thinking this could even be perhaps really cute on the bathroom wall for hanging towels. It could be really cute inside one of my closets for just hanging up like robes and things. I think for sure I'll be able to put this piece to good use. And I really, really loved it. Okay, so my last stop was Salvation Army, and I could not believe that this happened. This was so funny to me. So a few vlogs ago, if you watch this channel regularly, you might remember that I came into this really large set of beautiful Noritake china. It was called Royale Claret. It was white with like a reddish gold rim, and I even set up my dining room table to really show it off to you. And I had gotten all of the pieces for only $7.99, which was an incredible deal. And the only downside was it was a whole set. You couldn't break up the pieces. And I had a stack of little saucers for teacups, but there were no teacups with the set. So I was kind of like, oh, what am I going to do with these teacups? You know, no one's going to just, saucers, no one's just going to buy saucers. Maybe I'll just donate them back. I don't know what I'm going to do with these. Well, the teacups made their way out to the store. They were not there when I bought the rest of the set. They must have gotten held up in the back room. That happens a lot at these stores. And the day I went to Wallingford Goodwill, the teacups were out. I could not believe it. So 6 teacups to match the 6 saucers that I already had. And what was so funny about this was they say 14 out of 14 on this one, 13 out of 14. And this one said that the tag is missing, but this was 12 out of 14. And I had the set of 14. So I was thinking like, oh my gosh, like technically I have like already paid for these teacups. I'm not gonna pay for them again. And there was no price on them because they were supposed to be part of the set. So I went back through my phone trying to find some of my footage from my last YouTube video. I don't know if it was the last one or a few YouTube videos ago, trying to show the sticker that had the set and how many pieces in the set there should have been, so I could make this compelling argument, you know, like a lawyer to the Goodwill employee who would have the misfortune of checking me out. And so I was all ready. I was like all armed with my argument. And I got there and, you know, the cashier she looked, you know, I'm old, so she looked 12 years old to me. She was probably older. And so I brought them up and I said, I'm hoping we can work something out because I had actually bought the set that these teacups went to, but the teacups weren't out at the time, but I've essentially already bought them. They just weren't there with the set at the time. And I have the pictures to show you. And so I go to get my phone and she's like, oh, so you already bought the set? I was like, yeah. She goes, yeah, just take them. So I said, oh, okay. So I didn't have to make that argument. I was legitimately, you know, I had really bought them, but I expected to work a little harder. So I was very grateful that I didn't have to. And I was able to come home with the teacups that go with the saucers. So now I can list these finally on my eBay store and I'm not stuck with a bunch of orphaned saucers. So I thought that was really funny. You know, you hear stories about people saying, that sets got broken up and just go back to Goodwill or Savers or wherever the next day or within the next few days and you'll find it. I have never had luck with that, ever. This was my first time. So I was very happy that it happened and very happy now that my set is complete. Then I picked up this pretty serving bowl and platter. These came together wrapped in plastic and they were $4.99. It's got this very pretty rim. I've seen these pieces before at Savers, usually for more money than I'm going to pay for them. And this was made by Harker Pottery. And they don't go for a lot, but I thought they were really pretty. This color is technically teal. And yeah, for $5 for the 2 pieces, I thought this was well worth taking home. And so I did. The dogs were barking because Eric came home. Sorry about that. The last thing I picked up at Goodwill was this huge tray in a floral pattern. This is like a melamine tray, so not very heavy, not porcelain or anything. I don't usually pick these up, but I loved the pattern on this. I loved how oversized it was. And for $1.99, I figured I'd take a chance on it. Here's the back stamp, nothing super interesting or special. But I figured I would pop this on my eBay store, see what happens, and for $1.99. If it sells, that's great, and if it doesn't, it's not the end of the world. Oh, I don't know if I mentioned that this piece will also go on my eBay store, as well as the little platter it came with. Yeah. Here's a close-up of the pretty plate I picked up at the Wallingford Flea Market. Is lovely. It is Noritake. Then here is a close-up of the blue and white teapot with the very pretty gold details. And here is the back stamp. And then here is the book about depression glass. This was a nice little find. And then the gorgeous green and gold teapot. Look at the details here. This is a really beautiful piece. And the back stamp is, oops, I have it upside down. What else is new? There it is. Hall, made in USA. Here is the Port Marion salt and pepper shaker. And at no extra cost, there's still salt and pepper in it. So I will clean these out and then they're gonna go on my kitchen shelves. And I will be using these on a daily basis. And there is the Made in England stamp along with the Port Marion stamp. They are pristine, as you can see. And then here are the adorable Bunnykins plates. Check out these cute little scenes. They are so nice. They're all a little bit different. But they have this similar little rim of the bunnies running. It's just so, so cute. So these are the bowls, and then here are the cups. These bunnies are having a really good time, if you ask me. And here is the last one. And then here is the little butter keeper. That's the inside. And there's the outside. And here is the back stamp. Really nice piece. And here is a closer look at the little brass, I don't know, hanger? what would you call this? This little wall hanger? I don't know, but there are so many awesome ways I can use this piece. I think we probably will use this for pots and pans, but if we don't, there's plenty of other options, that's for sure. Here are the beautiful Noritake mugs. I still can't believe I found them. I unwrapped these two so you could see the rim and see the back stamp really well. But the others are still in their wrapping because that just keeps them a little bit safer. As I said, this $7.99 was for the whole set of 14 pieces. So I really did well with that. And I was so happy I did not have to argue with the cashier about that. And then here is the melamine tray. It has great color. Love the butterflies and all of the flowers. Here's another little butterfly. So that's a really great, really useful piece. And then here is the serving bowl and platter. I love the rim. And I think the color is really great on these pieces. And there's nothing on the back of the bowl, but you can see the back stamp on the platter. So nice find. Very, very pleased with my haul from Wallingford. I just wanted to show you the salt and pepper shaker that I picked up, the little Port Marion set. And it looks really nice with some of my other Port Marion. I have another shelf full over here on the other side. These are the pieces that we really use all the time on a daily basis. So they're a little closer to the dishwasher for that reason. And I have lots of other pieces as well, but they're put away right now. I used to keep them on the hutch, but the cats were just too interested in them. And I didn't want to have any more breakage than we've already experienced. So that was my full day of thrifting in Wallingford. It was a very successful thrifting day. I was happy with my finds. It was so exciting to go to Cindy's and cross that off my list of places that I've been wanting to check out. I will go back for sure. It was also really interesting to go to that flea market I hadn't been to in so many years. I've been trying more and more this summer to go to some new places or to revisit places I haven't been to in a long time, and it's been a blast. So I'm gonna keep doing that. And my hope is that I can share some of these really good places with you. So if you're in the area or even looking to take a little drive to the area and you're looking for something to do, you can say, hey, Chris from Worthington Home gave me this great tip. I've also been compiling a list of places to go and places I've been. And at some point when that list is more put together, I'm gonna make it available somewhere for you so you can pick it up and you can check it out so you have a little handy reference for where you might go if you're in the mood to do so. So anyway, that's what I have for you today. Oh my goodness. I'm loaded down with animals and now Eric is using a saw. I need to wrap this up. So thank you so much for watching. Wherever you are, whatever you're doing, I hope you're having a great day. I hope you'll subscribe if you haven't already and hit like if you like this. And I hope to see you next time. Bye for now.